All right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome back to the War Zone once again. All right, today we're going to talk a little bit about this upcoming title fight between the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terrence Crawford, and the challenger, Shawn Porter, the former IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world. Terrence Crawford, 37-0, 28 KOs. Shawn Porter, 31-3-1 with 17 KOs. So let's talk a little bit about this matchup. So, first off, Terrence Crawford. He has power, he has hand speed, definitely a high ring IQ. He's a switch hitter. He's able to adjust during the fights, and he has great footwork. Shawn Porter, more of a brawler, boxer puncher at times, actually. Smothering, bully type of fighter who will pressure you the entire fight. However, what I noticed about Shawn Porter, when I looked at one of his past fights between Yordenis Ugas, he decided he wanted to do a little bit more boxing in that fight. He wasn't as aggressive in that fight, and it was a really close fight. He did win a split decision in that fight to retain his WBC welterweight title, but it just didn't look like the Porter that we saw against Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. What we can expect to see in this upcoming fight remains to be seen. Well, what I do know is that if the Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence shows up, I believe he will pose problems for Terrence Crawford. However, Crawford does have more speed than an Errol Spence. So to me, the odds are greater that he will catch Shawn Porter during these exchanges over the course of the fight. Now, when I look back at the fighters that Crawford has faced with similar styles to Shawn Porter, granted, none of these fighters are a Shawn Porter, but if you can look on the screen here, Terrence Crawford is fighting against Felix Diaz. Felix Diaz was when this fight started off, he was really pushing the pace, and he was pressuring Terrence Crawford until he realized that Terrence Crawford had power. And and also I want to mention Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn himself was a come forward fighter in their fight. He was coming forward until he started feeling the power of Terrence Crawford, and we all know that both of these fighters were stopped in each one of these fights. So Shawn Porter is more of a bob and weave type of fighter who has the ability to really cut the ring off really well. He's definitely more skilled than these two fighters that I mentioned. Yeah, he definitely has better footwork, just a better boxer, the whole nine. I think the key, I believe, for Crawford is timing in this fight. Crawford has definitely shown the ability to make significant adjustments during fights that have benefited him so far, especially as the fight goes on. Porter is obviously the most skilled fighter and the better competition that Crawford has faced in his career. His style is very physical, frustrating, and hard to handle. He's relentless with his body attack, which I think was the difference in the Danny Garcia fight. If this Porter shows up, Crawford will have to be on his bike and mix it up sparingly, looking to land some significant shots to slow Porter down and respect him. Um, if Porter tries to mix it up and box, he will get totally washed in this fight. I don't see any other way of making this fight close. If he doesn't fight the way he fought against an Errol Spence, I can see Terrence Crawford mixing it up toe to toe at moments in this fight to showcase his hand speed and power. Um, can Porter hurt Bud? Absolutely. Can Bud hurt Porter? No doubt. With that being said, there's no secret that Crawford is a better finisher. When you just look at his record, he has retired every welterweight that he has faced, even though they weren't the highest level of competition in the welterweight division. Um, but he does have better punch placement, I believe, than any of the fighters that Shawn Porter has faced. One thing I noticed about Crawford also is that he's one of the best fighters at pacing himself during the course of the fight, which gives him the ability to finish his opponents and uh, if he happens to get them hurt. Um, it also gives him the ability to pull out close rounds, which is key when you're fighting somebody like Shawn Porter. Because Shawn Porter, his work rate is so high, it would appear that he's doing more. You understand during the course of the fight. So judges will be looking at this. So I think it's going to be key for Terrence Crawford to be able to pull out some of these close rounds. If that be the case, I do expect a close fight. My only questions are: what Shawn Porter will we see? Um, will he respect Terrence Crawford's power? Um, and can he go balls to the wall like he did against Errol Spence? Um, like I said, it's been a while since he's been in the ring. As you know, like Terrence Crawford, it's been a while since he's been in the ring. But um, I'm just anxious to see what Shawn Porter is going to show up for this fight. And I think all of our answers will be answered come November 17th in Las Vegas. So, quickly, my prediction for this fight, I'm going to have to go with Terrence Crawford by split decision in this fight. I think the fight will be close. I'm not ruling out the possibility of Shawn Porter being hurt in this fight. And like I said, that's one position he doesn't want to be in this fight against the likes of a Terrence Crawford. Um, um, I think he will catch Porter with the most effective punches during the course of the fight. I just believe his IQ is just so much higher than Shawn Porter's. He definitely has more tools in his toolbox. He's definitely the highest level of opponent that I believe, that Porter has faced, IQ wise, not to exclude uh, Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. I have to throw them in that mix. But yeah, I think that, like I said, man, Shawn Porter, does he still have that level in him? Will he still have that in him? Um, is he really looking to get back into championship contention again? You know what I'm saying? So There's a lot of keys to this, and like I said, Crawford is defending his title, man, and best believe this is really going to be a firefight because Shawn Porter has something to prove, and Terrence Crawford is trying to put himself in a position, man, for a huge fight, uh, possibly against the likes of Errol Spence. So that's all I really got for y'all, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please hit the like button, hit the bell icon for notifications, and blessings to all. And with that, I'm out. Peace.